Welcome to my NFE battle. Without further ado, we begin. It's me versus my school friends, so it's taking place through wireless and not Wi-Fi, which is why we have weako levels. I send out Eleanor the Luxio. She withdraws her Prinplup and sends out Staravia. And Staravia's Intimidate cuts my attack. Then I use Spark, which should totally do some damage, but it's 10 levels higher, so it has better defense, but it still does a good chunk. And it paralyzes, which is also very helpful. I use Spark again, and that brings it down to some more green, which means it's barely doing anything, but it's paralyzed. There goes Eleanor for more Sparkage, because all I can do is like rub my feet on carpet. It uses Aerial Ace. Yeah. She's withdrawing. Since I heard Geodude, what a strategic move as I Spark it and nothing happens. I withdraw. Sends out the lovely Flower Badoo. Uses Magnitude 6, which is like Baby Earthquake. She withdraws and sends out her Prinplup, which is also not a good matchup. I use Mega Drain so I can get back some of that health that they stole from me, and I steal it back for 6 health back. She uses Bubble Beam, which does not do much. I use Stun Spore to paralyze it, which is always helpful. There's a lot of paralyzation in here. A Mega Drain again to steal back some more health that it stole from me. And it really only leaves me with 19 health. And it pecks, which isn't any good. And it's super effective, and I die, or at least Flower does. I go out to Eleanor the Luxio, who I led with. She withdraws Prinplup and sends out the Geodude. I went to Spark it, and obviously it's dead, since it's ground, it doesn't do anything. And there goes that. I send out Rex, who uses Magnitude 8, which really isn't that good. Withdraws Dude. Sends out Staravia, and yeah. So I use Bubble Beam on it, and Staravia's covered in bubbles, and it dies, which is always helpful. So Staravia has fallen, and she sends out Prinplup, and I withdraw and send out Eleanor the Luxio, and she's Bubble Beam, and that kills Eleanor, and I'm sad. So I send out Slider, the little Togepi, and it uses Metronome, which gives me the power of all the moves in the world. I use Mist Ball, which looked like some overly excited thing, and it's paralyzed. She withdraws because she thinks I'm gonna like use Thunder or something, and sends out the Psyduck. I use Metronome and come out with Supersonic that misses. I withdraw because Metronome kind of sucks. Send out Starlisle the Staravia, and Starlisle the Staravia comes out and intimidates it, like I'm all tough, even though it's a girl. And she withdraws Psyduck and sends out her Prinplup, who's kind of still weak. And I go for the wing attack, because I don't know Aerial Ace yet, which is lame. I use Quick Attack now, so I can get quickly. She uses Bubble Beam, which is never a good thing, because Bubble Beam pones. And I'm left with 6 health. I wing attack it. Yeah. It's paralyzed, which is always very good. I use Wing Attack again, and that leaves it with red health. It uses Pound, which is baby move, and Starlisle dies. So I go out to Slider, who hopefully will get something decent, but she withdraws and sends out her Ducky, and I hope to get something to own the Ducky. And I use Metronome, and I use Outrage, which is always interesting. And Outrage does very little damage. It uses Water Gun, and Water Gun's cool. And then I use Outrage again because I have to. And yeah, and I become confused because I'm fatigued, which is never fun. She withdraws Psyduck, sends out Bonsly, because Bonsly's cool, and I withdraw Slider. And let's go Rex. And I use Bubble Beam, and it's covered with bubbles, and now it's dead and no longer covered with bubbles. And Bonsly falls down to the ground, and she sends out Cleffa, who's really tiny and cute. Would you be careful? And I use Metal Claw on it, which really doesn't do that much, but halfway. Uses Sing and misses. And she withdraws Cleffa, sends out Psyduck, who so far has only taken like half damage, but not even yellow. I use Metal Claw, and it isn't that effective, but neither like any other rounds. But I get the attack boost. But I withdraw anyway, and send out Slider, because he's like part of his shell. She sends out the Guico Cleffa, and I Metronome, and get Aqua Jet, which should, not do that much. It copycats but fails, withdraws Cleffa, goes for Psyduck, and I use Metronome, and Confuse Ray, which really isn't that helpful. I'd rather have something ownage, like Thunder, or Thunder Fang, or whatever it's called. And she sends out Prinplup. And right now, if I had something beastly, that would be nice. And it goes, and I use Extra Sensory, and it gets all distorted, and it dies because it was a critical hit. It's always a good sign. Then she goes for Psyduck, and I'm running low on time, and I'm probably boring you. So it Water Guns because I'm obviously too slow for it. I use Metronome and get Sheer Cold, what the heck, and it misses, which is obvious because it always misses. So now I'm in yellow, and I use Metronome, and I get Aqua Jet, which is the worst of all the moves to use on a Psyduck. Yeah, and it uses Water Gun, brings me down still yellow. I use Metronome and get Extreme Speed. Woohoo, I go first, but I was going first anyway, I think. And that's enough to bring it down to red. And I withdraw, send out Cold the Eevee, and it uses Water Gun. Now, I should let you know that Eevee has pretty high attack, since I'm slow though, it uses, again, that, and I use Tackle and own it. So Psyduck's owned, and I only have a minute left, and she's got 2 left, and I should be able to beat it in 30 seconds. So I use Tackle, and it's dead, and she sends out good old Geodude, and yeah, I withdraw, send out Rex, use Magnitude 5, and critical hit, and I use Bubble Beam, and that's for the win. So, good night, and hope you had a good time watching.